Chief Meteorologist Jason Simpson joining us now. And how long are these going to be in our area?
We will see more thunderstorms developing in the overnight period, but here in the short term, things have quieted down. I think at least until about 10 p.m. we should be in the clear when it comes to severe weather here in central Alabama. There are more storms over South Mississippi, and some of these over southeast Alabama have just been packing a tremendous punch down moving into Dothan. That's the third round of big storms they're getting today. Now you look up toward the northwest, there are a few more severe thunderstorms over Arkansas. Some of that action could get into West Alabama before midnight tonight, and a few more scattered storms are going to linger around with us during the day tomorrow. And that's why there is a marginal low-end risk of a few severe thunderstorms. I think the primary issues with tomorrow being an impact day, Thursday, heavy rain in spots, dangerous lightning that we're going to provide some thunder that could really rattle you out of the bed early tomorrow morning, mainly over the southern part of central Alabama. I think you get north of Jefferson County, there's not quite as much thunderstorm action for the next 24 hours. So here we go. Midnight, big storms down near the Alabama-Florida border. We expected atmosphere to destabilize again pretty significantly, especially from Tuscaloosa westward over into Mississippi. And that's where some of those storms from Arkansas are going to have a chance to really fight against the rain-cooled air here in central Alabama and get more storms rumbling. And in some pockets, we may get 2 to 3 inches of rain in the overnight, and in some others, it may not rain at all. Even through 6 o'clock in the morning, isolated storms to the north, much more widespread thunderstorms down to the south. And throughout the day tomorrow, some scattered showers and storms, but the greater concentration is going to be down closer to the Alabama Gulf Coast. So tomorrow we get scattered storms. It's an impact day not because I think we have severe weather all day long, but because some of the storms just could be fairly intense. On Friday, it's another impact day, but I think with fewer storms overall, we get up to around 89 to 90 degrees in the afternoon. Very warm, very humid early in the morning, and that heat and humidity should be able to provide just enough fuel for big storms to develop up here in northwest Arkansas and come southeast across Mississippi into West Alabama on Friday afternoon. Now, that would be the main threat. There could be a few scattered storms that develop here and there throughout the day on Friday. Frequent lightning, a few storms with stronger wind gusts, and some small hail possible with that cluster. Then on Saturday, isolated storms, a little hotter, the high up to 91. Fewer storms overall to start the weekend. But Sunday looks like a pretty stormy day around here. The Storm Prediction Center already outlining a risk of severe weather, basically in the same kind of place that we see it on Friday. Storms developing to the northwest, shifting down toward the southeast. Sunday's high around 84. Storms on this impact day likely producing some frequent lightning, maybe some damaging wind gusts over 60 miles per hour, as well as hail and heavy rainfall. And since there's a chance of rain every single day here, some of this is going to add up to very significant amounts. And we look at 7-day rainfall potential. Some of this has already fallen, and then there's probably another at least 3 to 5 inches to go in some communities. So we get daily storms through the weekend and early next week, another 2 inches in North Alabama, maybe as much as 6 inches south of Birmingham. The best chance of heavy storms Friday and again on Sunday after tomorrow's round of scattered activity. Sherry?
Beach problems